Being autodidactic or self-taught is harder than people realize. Experts tend to make things look really easy, and people will say, oh, I can do that, and they start down that road and then they realize that it's a lot harder than they thought. But there are other people who still continue down the road. And some of us choose self-learning even when we know it will cause criticism, or that will never be recognized in a field. Having a certification isn't the only road to becoming a master, and history has proven that sometimes it leads to groundbreaking discoveries. Now, there is a little bit of shame surrounding people who go down this road, at least at the beginning, because credentials are so important to our world so that we can know who is an expert. It provides societal proof and it helps people kind of gauge who can be trusted. But sometimes it's not proof of true understanding. For example, if you've ever been to a doctor and the doctor tells you it's all in your head, yeah, that kind of stuff. That still happens today. That's not to say that professionals aren't needed and that they shouldn't be in existence. I'm just giving you an example of how it can be on either side. Now, people may misinterpret your reasons for being like this. Like, who do you think you are? Like, there's a hubris mentality to that. And to them, being self-taught, you're a hack. You don't really know the proper terminology and the nuance and mechanics of the profession, or you might be doing it differently than the way they were taught, and so they don't feel that you are, a true professional in the area. Now, my experience is that I was a trained vocalist in the Vakai method. And I can tell you that sometimes I watch people sing and I go, oh my gosh, this person is killing their throat. They're killing their voice. And it hurts me to watch them. But I'm also a self-taught violinist. Being that, I can't hurt myself with this instrument. I mean, yes, I can get a little sore with how I'm doing things, but I'm not going to hurt myself. I have never had a hands-on teacher. The only thing I want to do with this, though, is I want to play gypsy jazz proficiently. I want to be a really good gypsy jazz player. I don't want to be a classical violinist in an orchestra. That is not my end goal. Now, if I was a surgeon, I think that might be a little bit different. I certainly don't want to be operated on for somebody who's just kind of winging it. And I'm coming out with this knowing that the violin community might be really up in arms about what I'm doing. They're very passionate and they spend a lot of time and money and resources into getting the best violins and the best education about it. But I do want to remind my friends who are violinists that Paganini himself was mostly self-taught. Being a self-learner, no one should ever make you feel shame for going down a road where you are trying so hard to learn something you're passionate about. At best, you have gained what you wanted, and at the worst, you lost some time and money maybe. That's it. We are living in a world that is becoming more and more DIY, and because people are just becoming more and more self-reliant, because the information is out there and they can just get what they need. But I think what's also important is that we need to build a community around being autodidactic, about being self-learners. You know, the coding community has done a great job of this. It used to be just somebody in their basement kind of working things out. It's how coding works. And now there's a huge community. I think that can be done in every community, because yes, there's a place for professional careers, and yes, there's a place for college and things like that. But there's also a place for people who have a true passion for this and want to dive as deep as they can into it and learn by themselves. Not everybody can deal well with a teacher. Self-learning is not for everybody. And it is a harder road. It's easier with a guide. I will say this about self-learners: they tend to be focused, goal-oriented, open-minded, seekers, and helpers towards improvement. Hey, if this encouraged you, please let me know in the comments, and check out this video of masters of the violin who were also predominantly self-taught. You're in good company. Have a great day.